Oh. Alright, let's get that Nightendo going on down. Yeah. Gotta get some gaming in before the thunderstorms roll in tomorrow. In case we lose power or something like that. Yeah, we gotta charge up the phone, the Switch. We got enough water already filled out. And ice jugs. Ooh. Alright, they better get ready to get domed. Might head to Rito so we can finish Terrytown. And what are we doing over here now? Alright, whatever. Let's go to Rito and see if we can. We'll have to go to Torito too, but you know, that's whatever. It's neither here nor there. We might have to go to Gerudo first, huh? Don't you? You have to unlock Terrytown, I think. That's. No, that's just Hearth, dog. Find that's Badoli. Yeah, I'm gonna find the one Hudson who ends in Sun. That's Tiba. Saki. Okay. You got the Big Bird. Canelli. Oh man, they gave these people Italian names or something, huh? Canelli and shit. This one Italian on this one. That was like their inside joke, making this Italian. Making this an Italian village. That was the big haha. Amali. It's the McDucks. Got your boy with the garb, dog. Alright, let's hook it up with the bomb arrows down. We'll get some regular arrows too. Just hook it up with everything. Get the sun shrooms. Yeah, that's a check on that. Alright, cleared out the store. Rito Village. Alright, we don't need the bed right now. Let's see if my boy's son's over here. There he is. Oh yeah. So this is who I need to find after I find the other son. And I think that's in Bazaar. So let's head to Gerudo. But we've at least identified Fryson, who wants to leave his mama and open up his own shop. Yeah. I like how they have the mama plot in there. Like, I can't stand my mama. I like that. Watch out, dog. I'm on your ass like Ted Kaczynski, homie. Better get ready. Uh, so it's not really. Yeah. Was Ted Kaczynski right? I guess the Unabomber. I read the Unabomber manifesto like when it came out on the internet way back in the day, like in the last century, like 1999, when it was available for everyone to read on the internet. It's called Industrial Society and Its Future. All right, so who was Ted Kaczynski, I guess, first of all? He was a math and science, uh, primarily a mathematics prodigy. Um, but he had some sort of accident when he was a kid, and it fucked him up, and then he lost his social skills, not just because of his savantism or because of his. Um, but all right, so Ted Kaczynski, even though he hated people, he excelled in his coursework and eventually started to teach advanced mathematics. I believe that was it Caltech. Yeah, somewhere. And so, yes, he was a genius in mathematics, but he had no social skills, and he wanted women, but he couldn't find the right way to go about it because of his lack of social skills. And so, so he actually wasn't fired from his job. He left on his own volition because he couldn't handle being around the student body and all the people. So he had very terrible social skills from the accident he had as a child. So it is theorized that Ted Kaczynski was a victim of a CIA mind control program called MK Ultra. So I want the claymore so I can slay more. Yes, indeed. Um, I kind of like those. I like all these weapons. I should just try to expand my weapon stash instead of dropping anything. Dude. Oh well. I guess that one boomerang kind of sucks, so forget about it. The claymore is much more amazing. So Ted Kaczynski decided he was going to, uh, in in a in a time in America where, you know, in the 1980s, 1990s, land was running out. So it wasn't like the old West days where you could go out to the wilderness and just keep to yourself. Um, so I mean, real estate was vanishing because that's what humans do, right? They take land and then they have a bunch of kids, and then those kids want the next land, and so forth, or they need the next land, whatever. He found a pretty epic glitch in the game here, where it turns into the Exorcist or something. All right, whatever. Um, let's cause an explosion. Speaking of the Unabomber, that one's for you, Ted. So, with his childhood accident and the apparent uh, mistreatment and torture by the U.S. government, he endured from CIA's top secret um, mind control conditioning program called MK Ultra. He became a very bitter man and very, very, very dangerous. I know. Is the bitter man the most dangerous one? I guess so. Can be. I mean, I suppose if somebody has a grudge, and this grudge has been gnawing at them for year after year after year, that could boil over, obviously, into violence, which it did. Um, so Ted formed this idea in his head that he was going to basically go to war with humanity. In other words, insanity. With a particular focus on uh, universities and airlines and the government developing technology. So, so he had a particular MO against those that were developing technology, and so that was definitely his modus operandi. So he tried to work for his brother for a little while, and his brother gave him a job, but he couldn't deal with all the people and lost it pretty quickly. And he also got started harassing a female employee. That was part of the reason why he was fired from his brother's job. He just worked there to try to save up enough money so he could go off to the woods and have his cabin and live off the land, which is difficult to do, but you can live off the land, but it's arduous, and he may have not always starved. He may have done some odd jobs or something to stay afloat, and so he could get some food at times that wasn't naturally grown in his garden. And also, he couldn't stay totally secluded because people were coming, and so his cabin in the woods, escape from humanity thing, was one real estate land development deal away from being shattered. So there are places in the United States of America that are very secluded and have dense woods and extremely rural areas, but it is very difficult for someone to uh, disappear with no human contact or little to no human contact. So he had to go into town to get goods and to get survival materials, and so he had to go into town to go to the library to read, even though he was not social with people um, that much. He rode a bicycle too, so it took him even longer. Then Ted, after he got his cabin and everything, uh, he descended into madness and started to make a target list. Well, he had to find out. He had to read newspapers to and books to find out where these people were at, so he could get the information because they didn't have the internet back then, really. So, I mean, definitely not in the 80s. Um, so then Ted Kaczynski learned how to build bombs, home crafted bombs, and he started to send them the Unabomber uh, to his victims list that were mainly universities. The FBI put together a profile that he was the Unabomb. It comes from that he mainly targeted universities and like United Airlines and just airlines. So it's the Unabomber. Some of that chicken down. Yeah. Give me chicken down. Give me chicken down. Down. We got the moose loose down. Oh, miss dog. Shit. Nigga disappeared and all that shit. So at first, Ted Kaczynski he gets a package on a United Airlines flight, and the flight has like 200, 300 people in it in the early 1980s, I think, and that was his first attempt. But the bomb was a dud, thank God. Otherwise, he would have killed 200, 300 people that day. So his bomb doesn't go off, but the FBI and law enforcement are rattled because that was a very close call. Like, so, and I'm sure there's 300 people on that flight. 200, 300 people pinch themselves every now and then and say, "Oh my God, I could have been dead, burning alive on a plane through a sadistic killer's bomb." And only by the grace of God did the bomb not go off. There we go. We're here to the hollow. Down. Here to the hollow. Oh. Oh. Yeah. The hollow. Up at the hollow dome. So those 300 people are very lucky they're not dead. Just because Ted Kaczynski hadn't perfected his bomb making skills yet. Oh, but then he would start to get good. But either airline security went way up, maybe they started scanning for components, bomb components, or something, checking the baggage with more scrutiny, something like that. Then he started to target individuals at universities and professors that worked in the field of technological development and so on. So he's almost a bit like Sarah Connor, going around like, trying to blow away Dyson and Datadyne systems or something. Kind of like that guy Luigi Mangione going around, trying to kill insurance CEOs. Kind of like. But Ted Kaczynski seems a lot more bitter with humanity and angry. Like he wants to not only kill people in development with technology and those in airlines, but he also wants to. I think he's sadistic because he wants to inflict maximum suffering and pain with his bombs. So he puts lots of shrapnel and stuff, a lot of nails, shrapnel, painful things. So. Oh shit. Shit. Oh shit. Silly. Oh, I know his name. Yeah. Hmm.
The local story is ready.
So it is. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Rito. So Ted keeps bombing and killing and injuring and maiming people for years in a big long reign of terror. And the FBI and the law enforcement can't trace his bombs and his identity and his origin. Uh, then Ted Kaczynski starts to enjoy his fame. Um, but in the mid '90s, the internet comes out and is available to American households for the first time, especially by the year 1995. Ted loves the attention, but he hates when nobody's paying him any attention. And so he writes a manifesto about the future of industrial and technological society. And it's just called Industrial Society and Its Future. And it's kind of like written like in a university type essay form, except Ted Kaczynski himself, his writing style comes off as cold and mechanical, like arrogant, like a genius may be. Somebody who's a genius or a prodigy may be arrogant, not always, but sometimes. Yeah. So then the internet, the news media was hesitant to release the Unabomber manifesto because that's what Ted wanted, the attention, the notoriety for being the Unabomber. He wanted the fame. And Not very effective for that, huh?
The quality scale is now ready.
So thankfully, he had a brother who was a normal guy, and his brother didn't think about the manifesto, but his wife, through interactions with Ted, knew something of his letter style or his handwriting, and she's the one who actually broke the case because she told, after reading the Unabomber manifesto, which was a gamble for the U.S. news media, the world news, the U.S. mainstream media, and a gamble for the FBI, but it paid off handsomely. And because the FBI got lucky because Ted had a brother. If he had not had a brother, then who knows how many more people would have died. But thankfully, he had a brother with a wife who was astute, that paid attention to details. I know I've seen like mini series where the FBI seems like they're the heroes, but really she broke the case, honestly. Shit. That's what I was looking for. No. Trying to be a fool, dog. That spiked Boko bat. It's just grass. No, I mean the FBI might have been working very hard on the case. I mean, but they it's really uh, the brother's wife that broke the case. That basically led authorities in the right direction. all the FBI had to do was piece together uh, the handwriting of Ted's letters to the manifesto and do language comparative analysis of the handwriting. And so we had to study morphology and the syntax, the words that he was using. Then they found out his identity, where he was living, and all that stuff. And then when they found his shed, they found all the bomb making tools and all that. So Ted Kaczynski's desire for fame is really what brought him down as well. This desire to be infamous, his own vanity, if you will. Oh shit. That's it. Eat shit, bitch. Got that thunderstorm rod, dog. Oh yeah. Eat shit, bitch. Eat a shit from my butthole. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Yeah. Better get some shut eye.